This is 9.2b, and this question asks, find a reference angle for 520 degrees. So this is 360. If I take 520, and I subtract 360, I'm going to get 160. So where does 160 land? 2. So it's like right here. And the reference angle is always where that terminal side connects with the x-axis. So the whole angle is 520, but this piece is 160. So what is the reference angle going to be? 20. It takes 20 more degrees to get to 180. Okay. Yeah, 20. Oh, I skipped one. I skipped several. All right, reference angle for negative 13 pi over 15. Where is negative 13 pi over 15? It's going to be in this direction. And 13 over 15 is almost 1. So this is pi, also known as 15 pi over 15. And if we go in that direction, it will be negative. And so negative 15 pi over 15 is going to be right there. And the reference angle will be 2 pi over 15. Is it going to be negative? No. Reference angle is always positive. Okay. So this reference angle is 2 pi over 15. Okay. What if I had 27 pi over 32? Nope. That's not what I want. 20. Let's say 21. 27 pi over 21. So how far is this? 21 over 21. And how far is this? 42 over 21. And I mean, both of those have pi's on them, right? So 27 pi over 21 is closer to 21. So it's also going to be about right here. And the reference angle will be 6 pi over 21. Because we went 6 pi over 21 farther than 21 pi over 21. So 6 pi over 21 would be the reference angle. And that's going to simplify into 2 pi over 7. Okay. All right. Oh, we don't even have a unit circle yet. How are we going to answer that question? Okay, so here, let negative 7, 5 be a point on the terminal side of theta. Okay. So negative 7, positive 5. So I have rotated my angle to there, right? This point is negative 7, comma 5, right? So I can draw a triangle where x is negative 7 and y is 5. And it wants me to find the sine, the secant, and the tangent. So remember, sine is O over H, cosine is A over H, tangent is O over A. But there are 3 more functions that we haven't talked about yet, and they are secant. So let me write them out so you know how to pronounce them. So we have secant, I get that backwards, cosecant, and cotangent. Okay. So this one, the cosecant, is H over O. the secant is h over a, and the cotangent is a over o. So you're going to need to memorize those as well. The way I remember it is sine does not have a co, but cosecant does. And cosine does have a co, and secant does not. Tangent doesn't have a co, but cotangent does. So that's how they line up. So, what is the sine of this angle? Well, I need to figure out what h is. So, h squared is going to be equal to 5 squared plus negative 7 squared. Right? Okay. So 25 plus 49. So that's 60, 74. So h squared equals 74. So h is the square root of 74. Does that make sense? So what is the sine of theta? Well, sine is going to be, here's my angle, O over h, 5 over root 74. Okay? And secant is going to be h over a. So it would be h over a, root 74 over negative 7. Tangent is going to be O over A, so 5 over negative 7. So we can actually take the sine, cosine, and tangent of angles that are bigger than 90. So this angle is, I don't know, like 165 degrees. In a right triangle, we were only allowed to do sine, cosine, and tangent of angles between 0 and 90. And we just took the sine of an angle that is bigger than 90. In fact, we could go around and around and around and around the circle and take the sine, cosine, and tangent of an angle that is as large as you want. So if I wanted to take the sine of 13,741 degrees, I would just have to go around and around that circle as many times as you need to, and then draw that angle, and then create a reference triangle, and sine is going to be O over H. So the domain of the sine function is all real numbers. You can go as big positive or as big negative as you want. Okay. So let's do another one of these. Let's save this stuff. All right, so let's say that the terminal side was 1, negative 5. So 1, negative 5, right there. So I draw my reference triangle. My x value is 1, and my y value is negative 5. So now I need to find h. H squared is equal to 1 squared plus 5 squared. So h squared is 26. So h is the square root of 26. Okay. So what is the sine of that angle? So here's my angle, but I'm going to use this as my reference angle. Sine is negative 5 over the square root of 26. Secant is going to be h over a. So h over a is just the square root of 26 over 1. And tangent is going to be O divided by A, which is just negative 5 over 1. Now, it might, do they want you to rationalize the denominator? Let's look. Oh, that's not what I want to do. I wanted to look at this. Yeah. So if your answer is 5 over root 29, it doesn't want you to leave that radical in the denominator. So we take 5 over root 29, we times it by root 29 over root 29, and we get 5 root 29 over 29. We've done that before. Okay. So Reference angles. Exact values. Let me look at the next assignment. Okay. I'm going to move a couple of these into 9.3 because we have not done the unit circle yet. All right. Get to work.